So, welcome back everybody. In this video we are going to talk about the second step in the assignment process, and that is the data, the calculations, or the analysis step as we talked about. So in order to do that, we are going to focus on calculating percent changes, and we'll talk a little bit about interpretation. But before we do that, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about a small typo that a student graciously pointed out to me. And on the spreadsheet, what you'll see is that the formula for percent change listed is correct. The formula is as follows: the value at time 2. From that, we subtract the value at time 1, divide that by the base of the value of time, the earlier time period, and we multiply that by 100. So that will give us the rate of change, or the percent change. What I had listed in the spreadsheet is I used the incorrect denominator. I used the time 2 denominator instead of the time 1 value as the denominator. So that is wrong. And how it should have looked is what we see down here in the third image, where the time 1 value is the actual denominator. Also, I wanted to talk real quick about interpreting percent changes, and that is negative values indicate reductions in crime over time, and positive values, or an assumed positive value, implied positive value, indicate increases in change over in crime rates or risk of crime over time. So with that said, now let's turn to the calculations. And what you'll see in the spreadsheet is I added a couple. This is an instruction. So first is that also, one thing to keep in mind is that performing this calculation twice, once use the wizard to fill the values, but I also think it's a good to check the values to calculate them separately. Calculate difference they should all so that's what you see here. Far right, that differences, the value, middle, gray. Those are the values we can check against. Calculate first. So calculate percent change or rate of change over the entire period. So in order to do that, we'll take the value in 2019, subtract from that the value in 2000, and that will give us the value. So notice here we have reductions across all of the time points, and they're all negatives, as they should be, because we can see here that in each successive time point, the rates declined. So once we have these values, what we can do again is we can highlight all three of them and then drag those relative formulas over, and it will populate all of those fields automatically. So we calculated these rates 3 times and we drag them over, and then you'll see if we go to the second page where I calculated the rates separately, and I suggest this so that you just don't see the other ones. You don't know what to expect in a sense. So we're going to copy those and then we're going to paste them in to this grid here. The trick is that we want to paste the values, not the formula. Once we do that and hit enter, you see everything zeroes out. And that's what we would expect to find, but that's not always what we will find. And this is not a perfect system, but it is a check. And if you find values that are non-zero, that means one or both of, there's a difference in the formulas used, and one or both could be incorrect, but it's a way of trying to ensure, helping to ensure that the numbers that you report are correct. And as you will see as we proceed through the class, oftentimes when we start to perform these kinds of analyses, it is of primary concern that we determine, that we ensure ourselves that the numbers are right, rather than just taking the first ones that are calculated. I hope this helps. If there are any questions, please let me know, and we can find a time to talk about it. Good luck with everything. Talk to you later.